Today on this James the Bike Guy, we're taking a look at Bontrager's Line Elite 34.9 dropper post. This is one of the few 34.9 droppers that are available on the market already, and this is the better quality version from Bontrager. So in this video, we're gonna pop it out of the package. We'll check out exactly what comes inside. I'll get it mounted up on my bike and let you know what I think, and then finally we'll close it out by finding out exactly what it weighs. So if this kind of thing is interesting to you, I suggest you stick around and let's see just how much of a drop this dropper post is. With the post out of the package, we should talk about what comes with it and a few different specs before getting into the things that right off of the bat I think are interesting. So the dropper post that comes with it, these are going to be available in a 100, a 150, 170, or 200 millimeter drop. And that's the amount of travel that the dropper seat post can go down. Now the version we're checking out here is of course the 170 millimeter drop, which means that this option is going to be 490 millimeters in overall length. So that's going to be important to know so that when you're, say, putting this into your bike frame, getting everything set up, you're going to order one that your saddle height is still going to work and the amount of seat post going into the frame is also going to be functional. Next thing that's going to come with the dropper is of course going to be its lever. And this lever is pretty nice. So this is all aluminum. It does have a covered cable, so I like that when the levers are closed that you can't see the cable. You're going to have a pinch off point here, which is going to be important. I'll talk about that a little while later, but I really like how Bontrager doesn't do the cable end up at the lever. You're going to have an adjusting barrel, and then to make it even nicer, this setup is running where it also comes with an adapter for Matchmaker or Shimano EV. So what that means is you can either run it with the bar clamp just like it comes here, or you can swap it out for this adapter, which is what I'll do on my bike, and it'll match up with some Shimano brakes or SRAM brakes as well. Moving on from that, you've got your housing and cable. This comes with it. Not much to talk about there, but it's pretty nice. So let's go on to some of the things on this dropper post that are interesting. The first is going to be this clamp. So of course it's a 2-bolt clamp, so you can get that adjusted really easy, just the way that you would want. But check this out. It bounces up. That's going to make getting the saddle onto these rails so much easier because it keeps everything open. So clicking the saddle on, getting it in there is going to be quite a bit easier. And then you'll be able to adjust it up with those two 5mm Allens to get the exact angle that you want, because with a 2-bolt setup like this, it's totally infinite. From there, this dropper, the stanchion has a couple of things that I really like about it. The first piece, this black finish, looks nice. I think it'll wear well. Of course, time will tell, but it seems pretty durable. The other thing is, so the 34.9 droppers are really huge. And what I like is they kept that going with a stanchion. The stanchion is very good size, which means that you're going to get some additional rigidity, hopefully some extra stiffness and resistance to toggle out of this. Going down to the bottom, this is where some of the magic's going to happen. So all metal down here. This is a very serviceable post. You can get replacement gas chambers to go in here, so in case it were to ever, start to get slow over time, you can fix that. But better yet, the lever down at the bottom is going to use a cable end here down at the bottom. Now I'll link up in the top corner of this video my install of doing a dropper post, but that's going to make life so much easier because rather than approximating the length of the cable you need inside of the frame, you can hook it in with the cable head down here, and then right at the lever you can pinch down and cut the end of the cable. It makes install so much easier. Other thing I should mention is compared to the previous generation of these Bontrager dropper posts, they claim that the lever action in combination with this and the lever down at the bottom come in at about 35% less effort. So now that we've taken a look at this dropper post, let's go ahead, get it installed in my bike, take it out on the trail, and I'll let you know what I think. After quite a few miles out on the trail, it's time to talk about what I think about this Bontrager Drop Line Elite. This is the 34.9, which is the larger clamp diameter. I've run some of their posts in the past, and personally I've never had any issues, but I know some people have run into some durability issues after crashing. Well, this bike has definitely gone down a few times with me on it, And I'm surprised to say that the post itself has been very durable. I think because of the larger extra diameter, it's made it a bit more robust. You know, there's almost no toggle after a ton of rides on this bike. I mean, an absolute awesome amount of rides. And I really like that spring that was in the inside, made it easy to get the saddle onto the seat post here. And then the other neat thing about this is just how smooth it comes up. So when I press the lever and push up, it comes up pretty smooth. It's got good actuation to it. And I'll tell you what, I've been pretty happy with it, even with a Bontrager oh gosh on a Specialized bike. So the dropper post on my scale here is going to come in and weigh a fairly reasonable 626 grams. This is not quite heavy, but it's also not light. Now, if we do the same thing with our lever with the standard bar clamp is going to come in and weigh 46 grams, so not too bad on its own. So go ahead and let me know your thoughts on this Line Elite dropper post. Let me know what you think about the post, about the 34.9 millimeter size, and then finally, be sure that you hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe, and don't forget to ring the bell. That way you can see more videos like this in the future.